Hey, what's good everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course, and we got a good one here on our hands. We're taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves, and we actually match up pretty well with them. They got a C+ overall squad, they got B- offense, C defense. We actually have very similar rankings. You know, we're a C overall squad. They're a C+ overall squad. They did score 41 points in their only game of the season, but, you know, they went up against an FCS squad. We're not even allowed to go up against FCS squads. We took on Ole Miss and Michigan, both teams that are better than this Arkansas State team that we went up against. So it should be a really good one, man. I am excited for this game for sure, and if you guys are as well, I need you guys to do me a favor, smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe if you have to be brand new to the channel as well. Let's go ahead and get this game in, man. Let's go, baby! Alright, man, so let's go ahead and see what our offense can do. It struggled just a little bit in the last game, man, so let's see if we can get off to a better start this time around. And, you know, first pass right there, you know, not a good look whatsoever, man. You hate to miss those kind of passes. And then, you know, we're also gonna, you know, try to at least, you know, get Jesse Green out in the open as well, but we overthrew him as well, so two straight passes that we missed already, so not a great look for us. But we hit Derek Blue down the right sideline. It's a foot race. Our fastest player on offense, he gets brought down at about the 10-yard line. And we get ourselves in that 1st and goal situation here already. And Miami going to throw a dot over to Adam Hill, the 3rd. Touchdown, Earlham. We're off to a 7-0 lead here, as Arkansas State's going to go ahead and get their first offensive possession of the game, and they're going to go out and they're going to get a big play downfield as well. Down the middle of the field, they get us with a screen, and they're going to respond with a 75-yard touchdown. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves, after we score, they are going to go ahead and score back. So it's all tied up at 7 now, as we'll go ahead now and take this kickoff return. It's in the hands of Justin Burden, who's got some speed. He's down the sideline. No one's catching him for sure, man. Let's go, baby. 99-yard touchdown run. Let's go. Justin Burden setting that NCAA record that 2 years ago he actually set. So he breaks his own record, and we get the lead right back. And so we're up 14-7 now, as Arkansas State desperately tries to go ahead and respond. But Justin Burden, who just have to kickoff return for a touchdown literally 2 plays later, comes in on defense and gets his very first interception of the season. Just elite athleticism for Justin freaking Burden, man. And we get ourselves, you know, a 1st and 10 here. We can really separate ourselves here quickly in this ball game. You know, scoring 21 points in the first couple of minutes on our team, that would be a far cry from what happened last episode when we took on those Michigan Wolverines on the road. As we go to CJ Holman, he's going to go ahead and pick up the 1st down for us here. He gets us a gain of 8 yards. Good for his first carry of the day, man. And so let's get into a little bit, you know, mode of our offense, man. Try to hit this running attack as Miami tries to pitch the ball out. He made the right read, as, you know, that guy was barreling down on Miami. Jesse Green had a bunch of green space, but we made the read late. That caused the fumble. And Arkansas State, they're going to have the football right back here, man. So Ken Marshall's going to go ahead. He's going to pick up 6 yards on the ground. And now Arkansas State, they have an opportunity once again to go ahead and tie this ball game up. And, you know, if we're going to keep it on the ground, man, you know, thinking about that interception that they threw to our main man, Justin Burden. So we got 1st and 10 coming up here. Harwell going to go ahead, do a little bit of read option. Actually gets away from Mario Hernandez. And then a gang of Earlham defenders comes in, you know, brings them down. But we got 2nd and 1 coming up here. Throwing quick out of bounds to Victor Fine, who's fine with just a 2-yard gain. But we do get him onto a 3rd and long here. You know, let's see if we can get these guys off the field here. As Harrell, they're going to try to call it halfback draw. You can't do that on us, man. Our defense is too good to fool for the halfback draw on a 3rd and long, no less. So, hey, it's whatever, man. We got a new set of downs to work with here. As Miami trying to throw over to CJ Holman once again. He's missing on the cutback. You know, we still need to work on that a little bit. He has improved as a passer. But, you know, he'll still have throws like that every once in a while. As we do get a nice throw to Jakeem Short, who gets away from one defender temporarily on the next throw. That was a nice throw by Miami Ugallier. And it gets us a 23-yard gain, man. So now, 1st and 10 coming up. CJ Holman in the motion. Looks like it's man-to-man, although it looks like everyone's covered. Gonna try to sleaze it into our slant guy, but Eugene Whitaker almost gets himself the interception. We're actually really fortunate that, you know, he dropped that, because that could have been a very makeable catch that, you know, guy could have made. But, you know, he's playing on the defensive side of football for a reason, not that wide receiver spot. As we got 2nd and 10 now coming up following that near interception. And Miami, he's going to take it downfield. Is he going to get into the end zone? Yes, sir. Touchdown, Miami. Number 1 with his first rushing touchdown of the season, man. Let's go, baby. 21-7. Come at me. As Arkansas State desperately trying to come up with some kind of response, but Wyatt Harrell, you know, his receiver was not paying attention, and he drops the football on a 2nd and 10. As we'll go ahead now, send the blitz here, try to get some pressure on this quarterback, as we have another drop. 2 drops in a row, leading to 3rd and long coming up here, trusting our pass rush to get to this quarterback here on 3rd and 10. Harrell with a clean pocket, nobody accounting for Marshall out of the backfield, unfortunately. A 15-yard gain that's going to give the Red Wolves a fresh set of downs to work with. Can they build off that, though? 1st and 10. Harrell gets sacked in the backfield. It's Nate Hunt coming up in here and getting to this quarterback, his first sack of the day. And it was just one of those things, man. We had more hats than they did hats in the backfield. You know, we had that free man, and Nate Hunt with that kind of speed, you know, you can't do that to him as they try to go deep. Deontay McLaurin almost getting an interception on 3rd and long. So now we got the ball once again here, and it's been a really good offensive performance so far for this, you know, for this offense. You know, team had, remember, only scored 3 points in this last game. We already got 21 here in the first quarter, our best quarter of the season so far by far. As we got 3rd and inches coming up here, going to try to pick it up with Miami, who gets it right upfield, not wasting any time, and picks up the 1st down for the Earlham Quakers. So we'll have another 1st and 10 coming up here now. 15 seconds left here in this first quarter. Could be the last play of the first quarter, as CJ Holman does run it in there and pick up a gain of 5 on the play, as that is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's been a really good performance for the team, man. We're up 21-7. But let's go ahead and see if we can open things up on them here in this second quarter. You know, I don't know. Maybe it could be one of those games where we can get the backups in, and in a positive way as well. We haven't really done that yet in this Dynasty series so far. Only when we've been, you know, getting our ass kicked that we've been able to do that. But we're doing the ass kicking ourselves so far, but hopefully I didn't just jinx ourselves. So Miami taking a 15-yard loss, and man, we got a way to go now. 2nd and 25. Gonna try to get some of it back with the ground game, and Miami, if he was able to get away from 56, he had some open space downfield. That was going to be a huge gain. So shout out to 56 for, preventing that from happening. As we'll have 3rd and 17 coming up now. Miami dropping back, trying to get it to Jariah Bond, who overthrows him. And it almost leads to an interception here as well. So we have to go ahead and punt this football away. And now it's back in the hands of the Red Wolves here, who haven't really done anything since their first offensive play of the game. Let's see if they can turn around here, get some more points on the board and get back into this ball game. But they're facing 3rd and short coming up here as Harrow will drop back, facing some pressure, and it's going to throw over to Haynes off balance. Very nice throw as Josh Brown does come in and make the tackle. But another 1st and 10 coming up here as Harrow going to drop back to pass, facing a 4-man rush, going to try to send it downfield as Mario Hernandez drops the interception. It's a tough catch in the rain, I'll admit that, but when you got those opportunities, you got to go and make that catch. I mean, it's straight up and down, as Uncle Sam Rejects would always say. Although Arkansas State, they're starting to fall apart a little bit here. Now facing 3rd and long here. Let's see if we can, get a sack here to end this drive. They do another halfback draw, and what do I tell you? What do I tell you? You can't do that on us here, man. And Justin Burton, he gets a really big return. I couldn't get it because the capture card's been really acting weird with NCAA 14. It doesn't do it on the MLB The Show series that I've been doing as of late, but, past couple of episodes, it's been acting a little weird. Maybe it is time for the capture card, but that being said, still leads to a touchdown at the end of the day as Jeremy Sprinkle Jr., the true freshman, coming in and making a catch. And let me just say, really nice throw by Miami Uigallie as well. Finding Jeremy Sprinkle in the middle of the field, and you're able to get a touchdown as a result of it. So up 28-7, we force another 3 and out here in the process as well, and we just got the ball across the 50-yard line again, trying to get some more points on the board here, make it a 35-7 game before we go into the locker room. Although we do throw short to Jariah Bond, he doesn't make it to the 1st down marker, despite it being his very first catch of the day. But, coach wants to go for it here, and I'm happy to oblige as CJ, he's going to cut up field and gets the 1st down on the halfback counter. A gain of 9 yards that keeps the chains going as we're down to 120 and counting left here in this first half as Miami tries to throw over to the middle, but it's almost intercepted by Quay Williams. Misread that zone, unfortunately. So now 2nd and 10 coming up as Miami trying to throw it the other direction, and Quay Williams gets over there too. So the safety, getting plenty of action, can't complete either catch. As now we got 3rd and long coming up here. Arkansas State sends the blitz, but Miami is able to get out of there. He's going to run for the 1st down and is going to get it, man. Let's go. 11-yard rush gets us into a goal line situation. I'm trying to see if we can go ahead and run it in there with CJ Holman. And again, the capture card just really acting super strange there. But, trying to prevent us from being great. But look at this run that CJ Holman does, man. Gets a good run up the middle of the field. And it's going to take us into the locker room, man. We're up 35-7. Let's see if we can keep this up in the 2nd half. Alright, man, so now 2nd half now officially underway, trying to go ahead, try to, finish these guys off once and for all, get the backups in, because we're, doing extremely well, but, Miami makes his first mistake passing the football, though, trying to get it to Jesse Green, but threw it a little late. The safety was able to come down and make the interception in the end zone. But it doesn't go anywhere for Arkansas State, though, as it does mean that, we go 3 and out, and, offense is back out on the field once again, still waiting for some points. It's been a really quiet 3rd quarter, surprisingly, as we'll have another handoff here as we'll get it to CJ Holman, who takes it upfield. He's got some space to work with, and he probably could have cut to the left-hand side. I think he was trying to, fake out the defender, sold too much going back inside. But still a good run though. 8-yard gains. I'll happily take that. As Miami throws over to the left-hand side. Gets it to Price Jr. Another true freshman tight end. Both of these tight ends have been really good weapons here for this Earlham offense. A 2nd and 6 now. Thrown over to the left-hand side where Jakeem Short is. And he's not short of the first down marker. He picks up a gain of 8 yards. As it leads to another goal line situation here once again. Going to give it to CJ Holman as the offensive line gets the push it needs and gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. And we're going to be up 42-7 as we got another 3-and-out forced on Arkansas State. They just haven't been able to do anything as Derek Blue had a big gain, but he drops it. You freaking dropped it. What are we doing? But, the way that I see it, man, team is playing extremely well. Whatever happens on this drive, this will probably be the last possession for the first team, guys. After this possession, I'm going to go ahead and put the second string players in because, the second string, it's getting a little bit, towards that garbage time anyways. Want to get the backups on our roster a little bit of experience, because we have had injury concerns in the past, so, always want to be ready to go no matter what happens. As Jakeem Short, he actually somehow stays up on his feet and fights forward for a couple extra yards. And the officiating staff, they're going to call a face mask on Arkansas State. That gives us a gain of 15 yards. So, hey, happily we'll take that. Great effort by Jakeem Short keeping the play alive as CJ Holman trucks over a defensive lineman. Usually, we're the ones getting trucked. But now they are the ones getting trucked right now, man. So you love to see it. As we'll try to throw it into the end zone here on a 2nd and 5. We tried to get Derek Blue, but Lou Miller makes an incredible, and I mean very incredible diving play to prevent the pass from being completed. So now, 3rd and 5, trying to get it over the middle to Jariah Bond, who fights it to the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Or at least right now, because they do want to go ahead and replay this, see if he actually got into the end zone or not. And I gotta say, it looks pretty close. I think he might have been able to get that ball in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they overturned it because NCAA, they do like to hoe us here every once in a while. But that being said, it looks like they are going to go ahead and overturn this call. So for the time being, it takes a touchdown off the board, but hey, it's all good, man. We can just go ahead, run it in with CJ Holman. We'll get that touchdown right back. And then backups came in, they got some valuable playing time, and we get a really good win. It's our best win, I would say, in this dynasty, in a sense. Beating Transylvania by this much is one thing. They started off in a similar situation that we were in, but Arkansas State is a more established program in the Sun Belt, and we are able to beat the shit out of them. So we win this game by a final score of 52-14, and it feels good, man. Let's go ahead and see how our guys did. Check out the stats for the fellas in this game against Arkansas State. So we went up out there and straight up dominated these guys here today, man. Besides that big score that they had, on their very first offensive play of the game, they could not score on us until we brought out our second string guys. Make sure, some of the younger guys, get some time out there on the football field, man. We had 7 red zone possessions. 6 of the times we come away with points. Arkansas State, they had 2 red zone possessions, 1 touchdown. We forced an interception, they forced an interception. They also got a fumble on us here as well, and it was just a great performance, man. 650 total yards, something that I really like to see. And on top of that, we also made them punt 11 times today. So that's something that I'm really proud about, and I'm glad that we were able to get out there and just go out and get the job done at the end of the day. So Miami Uiagalelei did get the start for us here once again, and he did some pretty good stuff while he was out there. 12 for 23, had 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. CJ Patton also came into the game for a little bit, as our backup quarterback, just playing some garbage minutes, and he was 1 for 4 for 20 yards. For the run game, CJ Holman was carrying the day for us. He only had 88 yards on the ground, but he had 3 touchdowns. One of which was originally a Miami Uiagalelei touchdown pass, but you know, they took that away from us, but we still got that score at the end of the day, so it's not that big of a deal. Miami Uiagalelei, speaking of which, also, you know, got a score on the ground, and that was with 9 carries for 67 yards. For the receivers, Shaquem Short actually led the team in catches today. He ended up with 5 total catches for 66 yards. Derek Blue had our biggest play of the game, though. It was a 64-yard bomb, you know, early in the first quarter that, you know, led to our first scoring drive. And then Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. got a touchdown score, and then Adam Hildeford also managed to get into the end zone as well, you know, both of which, you know, end up getting touchdowns. For blocking, Nate Coleman had a really solid day today. He had 2 pancakes on the day with John Bird and Zacoby Johnson, you know, each getting pancakes as well. Sam Price III did allow a sack, but to be fair to him, we kind of ran towards his direction. That kind of, you know, it's not all his fault, but, you know, a little bit on Miami, but, you know, really good day for our offensive line overall. And then defensively, this defense was just downright dangerous at the end of the day, you know, just not allowing very much breathing room whatsoever. Nate Hunt and Ian Levine both led the team in tackles today, 5 total tackles each apiece. So that's, you know, really nice to see. Nate Hunt particularly, 4 TFLs on the day. You love to see that. Ian Levine's, Chris Ty, and Matthew Sands each had multiple TFLs, and we even sacked this quarterback 4 times. Finn Otis, Nate Hunt, Ian Levine, and Matthew Sands each got to this quarterback here today. And then the only turnover that we got was from Justin Burden. He got his first interception of the season. He was able to return that thing for 4 yards. We couldn't turn it into points, but, you know, Justin Burns showing some great ball skills, showing why he was the Jim Forte Award winner last season. Alright, so after a really impressive performance, you know, against Arkansas State, we got a couple of guys that were so, impressed by what we were doing. We end up getting our first commits of the season already. Andy Miller and Spencer Brown are both signing with the squad and join the Earlham Quakers next season. You'll love to see it. Alright, man, so that's gonna actually wrap up non-conference play for us. We end up finishing 2-1. Next episode, we will have another podcast episode, just to get ourselves ready to go for conference play, all that good stuff. Check out some high school clips, as well as take a look at our next opponent in depth in the Wittenberg Tigers. Should be a good one, man, so make sure you smash that like button, as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new, if you are enjoying the content here on the channel, man. In the meantime, though, I'm going to sign off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.